It has like creative or something.
I got the baby zombie. Son of a gun, son of a gun.
That's a phone.
Alright, welcome back everyone. So this is actually a post-commentary, if you cannot already tell, due to the fact the audio got a little bit messed up right here, and actually for the whole thing, I was kind of a noob at using DxTory, and I didn't record Chris's audio, so I just borrowed it from him, but at this point he had died, so he stopped recording. So I kind of had to improvise here, and I decided instead of just time-lapsing this, I might as well do a post-commentary, which I guess is not half bad considering the fact you guys can kind of hear what I was feeling at this point. Because even to this day, it's been like 2 or 3 days since the event, I'm still kind of shocked I survived this. So this golden apple, it's kind of a lifesaver. But you might have just saw me type in the chat. I had thought that my health had not updated. In the bars, I forgot that a half a heart was equal to a point. So I guess it's just a little derp on my part, but I soon figured it out. Don't worry. So at this point, I'm just kind of sorting through Chris's remains. I think I grabbed a lava bucket and some arrows, and that's pretty much it. That's all I see. But I already had grabbed his diamond sword, so that was definitely a necessity. Thank God he didn't lose any of that or it despawned. So that's all good. And really, at this point, I kind of want to go into the fight with full hearts. So you can see in the chat right now, actually, Luna is kind of a little bit mad just because Chris was spectating and he accidentally punched him, so it took him down a half a heart. That's what I was worried about earlier, because I was kind of in my hidey hole and Chris was about to punch me and I did not want to die that way. I think I would have been like probably respawned or something, but it definitely would have been a very sad end to this victorious tale. So anyways, at this point I realized I did not have a iron pickaxe, so I just go over, grab Chris's, thank God it is still there. And really, this gold gets me set to craft, I think, another 1 or 2 golden apples, which is definitely such a lifesaver. I do not know what I would have done without finding this gold, because going out there in the night into a fight with half a heart, or even the 2.5 hearts I have now, would have been quite unfavorable to say the least. So luckily, this is like the biggest gold vein ever, so I grabbed quite a bit of it. And nothing much really. I just kind of go back to my hidey hole and smelt some stuff. I mean, I think me and Chris were just talking about, he was telling me, not really where everyone was, because of course I'd be cheating, but he was just kind of talking about how everyone's dying left and right here, and where everyone is. So, if I'm not mistaken, a death will occur in a couple seconds here. I'm not going to say who, just for spoilers, but that pretty much, yep, I thought so. So Luna was blown up by a creeper, so there goes the Braveheart and Luna team. So pretty much the final team left is Tossed Midget and Net Pork. So we were kind of pooping ourselves at this point, because that means that they have one powerful team, which I might add, with the most hearts, and it's just me, Lethal Red Naval, Braveheart, and I think that covers it. So at this point, I'm kind of thinking, Braveheart had offered a team earlier, but me and Chris just denied it, just to keep everything fair. But I kind of close out of the window here, go to Skype and try to find his contact. But I really want to get back to the recording, because I was going to ask to team with him, so I'm like, I thought about it for a bit, definitely contemplated. I'm like, I'm typing it in chat. Originally, I was going to try to whisper to him, which I was trying to second, but it's not. Bucket is just vanilla, so cannot do that. But throughout this whole video, you kind of just see Luna raging. It's kind of self-explanatory, but yeah, thank God I'm in this hidey hole, though. It's really, honestly, quite hilarious how I have this set up, but thank God I actually blocked this behind me, because if I'm not mistaken, I open this up and there's a horde of zombies, because zombies are quite vicious now. They spawn in the dozens. Really, it's ridiculous. So, yeah, I'm trying to whisper to Braveheart. Doesn't work, so I think Chris communicates to Luna on Skype, and then Braveheart kind of, I guess we agree to a mutual team. So, if I'm not mistaken, at this point, Braveheart tries to ask where I am, but I mean, I kind of I definitely played this game strategically, so I really didn't want to tell everyone where I was, and I really wasn't in a good place. I mean, there's not really a landmark. It's like, oh, I'm in that cave with the stone. Yeah, so I just kind of reply back, I don't want to say. At that point, I was totally focused in this game, because I realized, hey, it was kind of a sign. If I'm surviving now, I better do my best to win this thing, so... yeah, and looking at me, I'm like, I'm getting hearts now. Yeah, I was rising up, and I think I crafted 1 or 2 more golden apples, so the gold I just smelted I don't think gives me enough to give me some more, so I just go exploring. Once again, I want to go into this fight with the most hearts possible, so I explore a little bit more, see that there's some lava, and there's actually some more gold over there, so I kind of try to take this a side route. Definitely fall damage is a killer in this game. You guys saw how I took my quite a few hearts earlier, because you just don't think about it. You're like, oh, okay, I'll just drop down here. It's not going to kill me, right? So I'll just regen, but definitely takes a while. Considering this was my first ultra hardcore, I didn't really get the concept that you don't regen. So there's the gold I need to go craft more golden apples. I really don't want to mess with that lava as, you know, that regen whole thing. Yeah, after I just saved my life, don't want to risk it once again. So I think I grabbed more iron, although there's no point in grabbing more iron now that I realize, just because I kind of think I have like 40 of it, and I'm in full iron diamond sword. So unless I wanted to craft ample buckets, I think I'm okay. Just for now. So yeah, I just grabbed this. Honestly, I think it's just like a natural reflex thing. You're like, oh, iron, I gotta grab it. So yeah, these mobs, I'm honestly proud about how I take them on. I shoot them a little bit. And fire, these mobs, I'm so used to playing MCSG, in which like they avoid the fire. But the mobs, I guess it's not in their API. They just walk straight into the fire, so it's hilarious. Even that skeleton who went following the villager zombie who saw him on fire walked in the fire. So that's honestly hilarious. I really don't want them to change that in the API, because it will honestly just make my day. But yeah, we smelt some more of this, and this will give me 9, won't it? So yes, it will. I don't know if I go out for another golden apple. So pretty much you can see in the chat here, people are just trying to spectate. And then I think Toss is trying to arrange everyone to go to the middle, because they're the team. They got all the power here. So I'm pretty sure someone, I don't know who, blurts out the coordinates of this little beacon in the middle. Me and Chris visited it earlier. Of course, no one was there. We couldn't find anyone throughout this whole match. Quite disappointing, but we're trying to arrange a fight just to end this thing, because I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but we are an hour 50 minutes into this event, and I think we're all tired, hungry. I was in the hottest room ever, so I'm like sweating my buns off. But I think I do okay, even though Chris even told me to get a cup of water. I did not. I was ignorant. I'm like, I'll just drink a bunch of Arnold Palmer before I need the caffeine. And keep in mind, I was running off of 4 hours of sleep right now. That's why I had drinking caffeine before to try to help me. And I think it did. It definitely gave me that little boost that I needed. So, it's really cool just to see my name hop up here, as you guys see. And I'm actually splitting the team apart now. So I guess that's kind of good hearts-wise. And I think I go after 1 more golden apple, depending on how much gold I have. Yeah, I just have 1, so I think I go after 1 more and just kind of go caving. So yeah, Luna just put out the coordinates for the beacon, and I think everyone's heading towards there now. Now me, I try to play this a little bit smart, just thinking I didn't have the most hearts, so if I would have run in there, I would have most likely had a disadvantage and most likely died in that fight. Oh god, yeah. That surprised me. There was a zombie horde out there, as I mentioned earlier. But I think I blocked that off. Anyways, I kind of wanted to get a quite few more hearts in me, and it's 120 minutes in. That is ridiculous now that I think about it. So, not as much time I was talking about. I guess they didn't count the first whatever. But, yeah, that's that. So, yeah, this Enderman, I tried lighting him on fire just to get an Ender Pearl. Because thinking battle strategy... I've used it so many times in MCSG, it's like that can be extremely useful if I need to get a quick getaway. But sadly, I had him low too. I had him on fire. I had the diamond sword crits, but unfortunately he was a no-show. He just kind of left, so I go up here and there's a skeleton, so I really don't want to go down more hearts. And I actually think this skeleton's pretty much the cause of me going to Oh god, going to get another golden apple, and that creeper definitely puts the icing on top of the cake. So that settles it. Not going up there anymore. Skeletons are vicious as well. They get those hits no matter what. Gotta calm down on the aimbot. So I decided to go for one more golden apple just to make sure, reassurance that I was at the most hearts in this game. So nothing down here. I'm still looking for diamonds a little bit just in case I can get lucky, maybe find 3 and craft like diamond boots. Even give me just a half an armor more advantage, because in this game, although this is my first ultra hardcore, it kind of hits me that every single little thing counts. So I definitely think me playing strategy definitely helped, and unfortunately this skeleton followed me in, so that's never good. That definitely put me down to a couple more hearts that I did not want to be at. So there's the final piece of gold I need. So this water is definitely a pain in the arse. So I just kind of plug it off here, as I honestly I'm not really a caver in Minecraft, or a miner rather. Yeah, it's a miner. So I just kind of don't really try to trench through that. I just kind of get out of there. But yep, there's the gold I need. I think now that I recall, this is actually gold that leaves me one more ingot that I need. So I just kind of go off to get that, and this will be the final time. So we're 120 minutes in, and Net's trying to call everyone to spawn, so don't worry, I'm not being kind of cheap in the fact that I didn't show up immediately. I just kind of wanted to get a few more hearts in me, as we were going up against a team, and I didn't really know that Lethal was alive at this moment. I thought it was just me and the team, and Braveheart, so I was freaking out at this point. really was. So down here, this just kind of leads to nothing, as you guys see. So the final battle is beginning. You'll definitely have to watch someone else's footage to see that, because I'm really dying, actually, in my perspective, because from what I heard in the chat, and from what I heard Chris saying, it was pretty good. So anyways, that's the final piece of gold I need. Quite lucky, considering it's just a one block wonder. Yeah, let's go with that. That's my thing. A 1-block wonder. So anyways, at this point, I go back to my hidey hole, just kind of remembering my ways through the cave. Get a little bit lost, but I hit this hub here, so I kind of realize it's over here. And this hidey hole definitely saves my life. So I go back in here, block it up, of course, because those zombies definitely taught me a lesson. Do not want to deal with that. I was going to cook that iron, as you just saw, but once again, it recalled to me, I don't really need any. If I have 5 iron in my inventory, and if I need to do anything with it, then I will, such as crafting another bucket, or an iron pickaxe, or even a flint and steel. But really, it's not like MCSG, in which the flint and steel goes away in, what, 5 uses? It has like 64, so I was having a play day with this. What I wanted to do, if we encountered someone earlier, I was just going to light them all on fire. It would have been such an awesome victory. But I do craft another iron pickaxe, thinking I would go out to get more gold, as mine was very low. So I ran out of coal, if you didn't already notice. I'm just using some spare wood, and definitely wasn't my #1 choice, but I did realize that I didn't have time to go find coal, considering most caves usually coal is definitely very prominent, just like on the walls, but this one wasn't. But thank God of that gold. I'm not complaining now. It had the gold I needed to come back into this game, so you can see all the people that have died. Team Canada, as I mentioned earlier, quite a hilarious death. Died, I think, in 20 minutes. It was cutting edge first and then exploding TNT, so they were done quite early. I don't know if they're uploading that or not, but it's still funny to have that. So I guess Lethal ended up quickly leave to fix his mouse. I don't know if that's allowed. You can leave the game, okay. In the middle of an ultra hardcore, we should have just all agreed to leave and been like, okay, let's take a 10-minute break, because I could have definitely used that. But at this point, I realize I'm ready. Look at me. I'm number 3 up there. I mean, cutting edge doesn't really count. Neither does I So Hurt, considering they were dead. So at that point, I finally get the balls to go up and destroy everyone. So I kind of take down my crafting table just in case I need it later. And same thing with the furnace, although I think I have multiple in my inventory. So instead of finding my way out of this cave and spending forever, I kind of take it the lazy route and just climb up.